Trade Tuesday. This week, we're talking about PJ Tucker and which team he could help win an NBA championship. Cue the intro. All right, so there's 4 teams realistically that if they got PJ Tucker could make some noise. We got the Philadelphia 76ers, we got the Brooklyn Nets, we got the 2 LA teams with the Lakers and the Clippers. Which team's more likely? This is what we're here to discuss. So the Lakers, could they get PJ Tucker? They probably could, but they'd have to trade like a Kyle Kuzma or some other like high-level player they really don't want to give up. Maybe not so much a high-level player, but in their terms of a bench or just a core player, like Alex Caruso or THT, and they're really not willing to part with any of those guys, nor would I. PJ Tucker is a really good player. We would love to have him on our team, but unfortunately the fit just not going to be there. If we were to just trade Morris or so, that'd be okay, but I'm pretty sure they don't want to get rid of Morris. So anyways, they don't want Morris at least back. That's it anyway. They're going to want a little bit more to come with that, and I think other teams are going to have better packages. The Clippers are kind of in the same deal. I don't think they really have enough good young players or even decently young players. I mean, they can give Shamet out there. I just don't think that will be enough. So I really don't see the Clippers really getting him, though he would very much help their team go to that next level. So then the next team that you have is the Brooklyn Nets, and that makes a lot of sense with D'Antoni he's familiar with. Harden he's familiar with. He knows Steve Nash really well as well. That could work. The financials doesn't work though. Could they do it? Yeah, they'd be trading out so many of their players to make it happen, and I just don't think that that's going to be the best deal for the Houston Rockets. So going forward, let's go with the 76ers. Now that makes the most sense. They're going to have to trade Maxey. Maybe they want to give him up. Maybe they don't want to give him up. But if the 76ers are smart and they want to make a push right now, trading Maxey will be your best option to trying to get over the hump. They have a decent coach. As long as they're not up 3-1, they'll be okay. If they have a great point guard, can't shoot, so you need a shooting. That's where PJ Tucker comes in. They have Embiid, who's playing MVP level, center. That's great. All right, they have Harris. Harris can play the 3 or the 4. I would try to move him closer to. I guess it doesn't matter. You could put PJ Tucker at the 3. He's going to be that spot up shooter. He plays really good defense. He's a very, very good wing defender. So he's a 3-and-D type player. They really need that kind of level of play. If they were able to do this, they would be right there competing with the Nets, because I think if anyone looks at both these teams, yes, Philadelphia has talent, but Brooklyn has more. I mean, you had 3 high level players. You have 2 MVP type players with the Nets, plus an all-star. And with Philly, you have 1 MVP type player and coming into his own, and Embiid, and then you have Simmons, who's an all-star level player. So other than that, they have good solid players, but this would give them a great role player, and that could be the difference for the Eastern Conference. So we'll see if that happens. Now, if you look at my last trade Tuesday, where Drummond lands could end up being the ultimate test to see who actually wins the Eastern Conference or the Western Conference, which team he goes to. So even if they got a Tucker and then Drummond went to the Nets, then they kind of take that step down, because Drummond can do some work against Embiid, and that will be a very interesting contest when they battle it out. And hopefully the Eastern Conference Finals, if it goes that far. We get there when we get there. It's a long season, so we'll see what happens. But anyways, so yes, Trade Tuesday, that's this week. If you guys have any questions on needing any information on starting a new podcast or YouTube channel, please talk to my guys at No Worries Podcast Editor, and they could definitely help you out. That is No Worries Podcast Editor. Link is in the bio below. See you guys now in the next video. Take care.